This is Dan Lawson with the Alliance for American Manufacturing. Today I'm in Eufaula, Alabama, and we are talking to Kent Thomas, the director of the Clearinghouse of Berber. And Kent, can you tell me a little bit about the Clearinghouse? What does this organization do?
We are funded by the United Way, and we offer financial assistance to families that are in crisis, whether that's utility bills, rent, mortgage, other sort of bills. If they're in crisis, if we have funds available, we will help them. And we have a variety of programs to do that with. We also have a food pantry, as you can see. If someone needs groceries, we partner with Goodwill if they need clothes. We partner with the Alabama Lion Site Conservation Program if they need prescription eyewear. And any other services that we cannot provide, we will help them find the right place. We'll kind of help them navigate the different organizations that can help them.
So basically, you help them get through all the red tape so that you're getting the people to the right organization to help them if you can't help them here yourself.
Exactly.
And how long have you been doing this?
I started in September. So I'm still on the learning curve, but it's a very rewarding job. I had a great time doing it. So, and we are growing. We are growing into a family service center where when a family comes in and they're in trouble, we don't just give them a handout. We see them all the way to self-sufficiency. Whatever their needs are, we try to either help them find organizations that can help them, or offer advice or counseling to be able to help them on their way to self-sufficiency, and any needs they have along the way. We will either try to provide that for them or find organizations that can help them.
That's fantastic. That's really great community spirit. And how long have you lived in the community here?
I've lived here 9 years. Okay. I'm originally from Knoxville, Tennessee, and my wife and I, 2 years after we got married, we decided to move down here. We had a couple of opportunities to come, and we've always wanted to move here because she has family here. And so we have horses, and there was a little bit of family land available, so we moved down in 2001. Oh,
that's wonderful. It's great to get back to roots, you know, with your family. And now all kind of fits in with what you're doing here, you know, how important family is to keep things going.
Exactly.
Well, in your time here, have you noticed a change in the demographics as far as work, as far as manufacturing jobs in this area?
We are hemorrhaging manufacturing jobs in this area. We have seen all sorts of manufacturing facilities either close down or have huge layoffs, and so it is. In the past 3 years or so, we've seen a lot of damage done to our economy because wood mills close down. Other plants either have massive layoffs or are really struggling, and so we are really struggling to hold on to manufacturing jobs in Barber County.
And those manufacturing jobs, those are the middle-class jobs which really help build America. Are there any other jobs comparable for these people to try to find, or do they wind up falling into the gaps or having to leave the area to find meaningful work?
All of those. There are no comparable jobs available right now. This is a rural area, and so there's not a lot of high-tech jobs available. There's not a lot of There's not a lot of retail jobs. There's not a lot of businesses in general. Manufacturing companies can employ a lot of people when the economy is good, but when the economy's bad and they start closing down or they start laying folks off, it's very, very difficult for those folks to find jobs.
Can you take a second to talk a little bit about the relationship that your agency and the United Way here in this area, the relationship they have with the Midwest-Vaco employees and the company itself?
With Midwest-Vaco, just a little bit outside Barber County, we have a lot of Barber County residents who work there. Their partnership with us is mainly through our holiday sponsorship program, which is the busiest and the biggest time of year for us. We had a lot of families who apply for our holiday sponsorship program, a lot of working poor, a lot of folks a lot of single moms who are having trouble buying gifts for their children. This year, for example, we had 215 families apply, which is, I think it's quite a bit more than we normally do. When the economy is bad, the needs go up and the resources go down. And so there were a lot of families that applied for our holiday sponsorship program. And we struggled for about a month trying to find sponsors. Mead West Vaco, how they helped, they had a tremendous toy drive. We collected toys from 3 different sources, and Mead West Vaco, their toy drive dwarfed the other 2. And we got a lot of toys from the other 2. But Mead West Vaco just gave us a tremendous amount of toys. I wish I had the pictures with me of all the toys that were in this office. It was packed to the ceiling. So we were able to help 75% of those families, those 215 families, we were able to help or find sponsors or provide toys for those families. So without Mead, it would have dropped probably down to about 50%.
Now that was a combination of the company and the workforce, correct?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
that's.
It was one of those, from my understanding of it, I talked with a lady named Karen Bradford at Mead West Vaco. My understanding is that these were donations from employees and also from corporate, and both gave generously. And so it was a really nice partnership. It was nice to see a company where labor and management worked so well together and had such a great spirit for a program that really means a lot to Barber County.
Well, that really makes them a good corporate neighbor, and you hate to ever see anything happen to a relationship like that. We were talking a little bit about the international trade case that's going on right now on China and Indonesia dumping paper into the country. Now, that doesn't directly affect the mills here. I mean, it's more of a couple of mills up north, but we see a trend coming, and it kind of really, we're out there trying to make people aware of what's going on in other parts of the paper sectors. Could you give us how important is this mill to this area's economic overall picture?
To lose Mead would be devastating to this area. Mead is a tremendous force in Barber County and the surrounding counties. I mean, they employ 600 folks. They employ a lot of folks, and it would be devastating to our economy. It would be devastating to our families if something happened to Mead where they closed down. So that being said, at the position I'm in, I am for anything that makes our businesses more competitive. Even if it doesn't directly affect, even if this doesn't directly affect me, I know that I know how those rural areas work, and I can picture what it would do to those rural areas. And so I don't want that happening here, and I don't want it happening in Maine either.
Now, if you had the opportunity to speak to the group that is going to be holding the hearings on this case, the Secretary Abbott of the International Trade Commissioner, or an opportunity to talk to Tim Geithner of the Treasury Department, what would you tell them has to happen so that this doesn't happen to other areas, let alone this area, where we really need good manufacturing jobs?
I would say make sure the playing field is level. Make sure that we are competitive. We are at a competitive disadvantage right now with other countries like China and Indonesia because they don't have the same regulations that we do. They don't have the same unions that we do. So I would say make the playing field level. Give us a fighting chance so that we can keep jobs here.
Well, I really appreciate the time you took with us today, Kent, and
Very well.
I want you to know that we appreciate all the good work you're doing for the community. I mean, this is the backbone of community spirit right here, and I just wish you all the luck, and I hope your business goes down, and we can.
That's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see the economy work me out of this job.
There you go.
I would love to see it.
I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.